Good evening, folks, and welcome to the 6 o'clock news on sbynews.com. This is our special edition where we're interviewing the different candidates for all the different positions around the county and the state. With me today is Mr. Bob Culver. Welcome, Bob.
Afternoon, Joe. How are you doing today?
Great, great. Glad to have you here. We appreciate you taking the time out and helping to educate the people of Wycomico County.
Well, thank you for providing this as another service so people can get to know the candidates and hopefully we'll get out and vote.
Good. Yeah, let's hope that. Listen, why are you running for county council?
I decided to run for county council because I wanted to serve the citizens of Wycomico County and hopefully bring my business experience to the county. I've been in business for 40 years and I've been fairly successful with that, and I hope to be able to bring those practices to the council.
Cool. Okay. Why should the voters support you versus your opponents?
Well, I feel because of that 40 years of business experience, I've gone through good times, I've gone through bad times. Right now, the county is going through a bad time, so we need to learn to cut those expenses, be able to get on and make new projects and further the growth, but do it within our budget, do it within a reasonable style.
Okay. During the last 4 years, County Executive Rick Pollitt has repeatedly called for the end of the revenue cap. Do you favor a repeal of the cap? If not, how do you propose to continue providing services such as public education and public safety?
Well, supplying our core services 100%, that would be our health, our safety, our fire, and our education is important to further the growth of Wycomico County. In order to do those, we're going to have to cut other areas. You know, I can't tell you right now which other areas until each project is presented, but as far as repealing the cap, no. You know, and I've said this all along, the people of Wycomico County decide to put that cap on in its writing as it is now, and they will be the ones that decide to take it off.
Okay. Good point. Several members of the current council, along with the county executive, support stripping the county's farmers of their property rights by taking away their ability to develop their land. Do you support this? If so, how do you plan on compensating farmers for their lost property rights?
No, I do not support downsizing. I support instead farm preservation. If people would like to keep the land in farmland, then we need to pay for those rights to not be developed. The farmland of the citizens of Wycomico County is their 401ks. It would be just like me going to your house and taking your 401k and saying, you know, we need to share it now with everybody. That's not going to happen, and I am totally opposed to that. I'm totally opposed to regulation and controlling what we do with our land. You know, other than, I mean, we have zoning laws, market values and market trends will take care of how much growth we have, and we do need to study our infrastructure, we need to study our development patterns, but to take away those rights of the farmer, no way would I support that at all.
Okay, pretty firm on that, right?
Right.
In your opinion, what are the greatest challenges facing Wycomico County, and how do you believe that you can help solve the problems if elected?
I think one of the largest problems in Wycomico County, besides our financial crisis that we're in, and we tend to depend on the state for our budget. I feel that the budget should be made up of our county and count the state money as supplemental income. One good example would be the 97% that they've taken out of our gas tax and just decided to keep it. That's our money. We need it back. We need to just say, okay, stop. Enough is enough. You know, the maintenance of effort, I have always said, you can't keep spending more money. What a poor business decision that would be, just to spend more money than you did last year. That doesn't prove anything. Is it being spent effectively is what you have to look at. And one thing I would like to see do is for the county to encourage jobs. We need to get jobs. Now, they're not all going to be manufacturing jobs. Dave Ryan's done a wonderful job, but at the same time, we need to get some ground jobs and get started up and start our own ground swell. You know, they may only be basically minimum and a little bit above minimum, but from that point on, they will really be better jobs. It's much better than being unemployed right now.
Right. Well, no question about that. And that's a great topic, because jobs, for me personally, I think is a key issue, not just in Wycomico County, but around the entire state. I mean, you're competing with Delaware and Virginia.
Sure you are. And jobs are another thing. I mean, we have a lot of students in Wycomico County that have not been able to work for the last several years, partly because of the higher wages, that type of thing, but partly because there's just not enough work. We need to encourage those jobs and help students get into work. By doing so, I think you'll see some of the crime come down, because once somebody's starting to make money, they start to feel proud of themselves. They're not after taking something from somebody else's. If that's a point, that will help Mike Lewis. And you know, another thing on Mike Lewis's part, and the sheriff, we need to keep that at full speed. I mean, it was an article.
900,000 they reduced their budget this year.
You know, Mike has done a wonderful job of getting, you know, illicit funds, drug funds, that kind of stuff, and he's used them wisely. The last thing we want to do is put a rubber band around it. It's not, you know, a hindrance. You know, we've got to be able to go ahead and utilize that money and make it more effective, get more officers on the street, and I think Mike's done a good job with that, and I just see nothing else but to encourage them to help stop crime.
Well, that's been a big issue, certainly in Salisbury. In the last few days, as you know, we learned today that unfortunately the other young man that was shot the other night, he was shot in the head and he's brain dead. So, you know, it's just a matter of time before they choose what to do with him. So there's 3 murders in one night.
Children are so special. I hate to see anybody hurt from something as stupid as done. You know, greed, carelessness, or whatever.
Yeah.
That
Well, you know, another thing, it's a little off topic, but what I find is interesting is in the 1980s, there were 84 officers, full staff of the Salisbury Police Department. Today, there's less. There's less, and thank God we've got the county, the sheriff's department, and the state police stepping in and helping Salisbury as best as they can.
But we have a nice big building there, don't we?
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
I'm so
But the air conditioning there is better than it is here.
But I just, you know, we need to concentrate on the people and not the profits. I just feel like government's gotten so out of hand with buildings that they want to build. The money's being spent for ridiculous things.
Yeah, but I think like the library, as an example.
There's about $30 million for the library.
$30 million.
And if you just study economics or study the society right now, we're getting more and more away with iPads and that type of thing. You know, unfortunately, I think it's going to get less traffic to the libraries than what's there now.
Yeah.
Because of my children use.
That's how I feel, Bob. It is, truthfully, that is exactly how I feel.
My children use iPhones, iPads. They're so much better. They get everything they want off the internet just by walking down the street with a phone.
Well, I don't have one of those yet. I've seen them.
I just look over their shoulder and go there.
Yeah, because with us, I'm sure they give you the easy option of the Reader's Digest print.
The bigger print, yes, that's true.
Bob, look, I appreciate you being here, coming out and speaking with us. Folks, we appreciate your support. We will see you again tomorrow night. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.